and share with you a few low impact exercises you can do on the step that will really get your heart rate going, strengthen your legs, but again, minimal impact for those of you that are concerned about that. So I'll show you a couple options with the step and without the step. But it's great if you can actually get one that's adjustable. Honestly, I found this one at Goodwill for like $10. Can't do that. Anyway, of course, simple stepping up and down can be great. And if it is adjustable, then you can always go higher as you start to feel a little bit better with that. But really important as you step up and down to make sure that when you land, you're landing softly. You don't want to sound like a herd of elephants slamming your foot on the floor. So that's probably one of the most simple things. Of course, we can also do lateral step overs. Again, being really mindful when you do a lateral step over to try to keep your feet in line with the step. In other words, you don't want to do a lateral step and shift yourself into it that way, but keeping your feet as straight as you can. I also really enjoy doing, when you're on the step, you can bring both feet down and then right back up. Alternating feet. Always being really mindful, again, not to slam anything down, keeping your knees nice and soft. And then we can modify this. Move my chair. Sorry, I did that first. To do a squat, step up, squat down on the other side. Squat, squat. That's very low impact, but it's definitely a little harder than doing the same thing on the floor. If we want to take that to a slightly higher level, we can squat and stand, squat and stand. That becomes quite a bit harder. And if you want to do that with a little bit of balance, you could always do it same thing, but just putting 2 fingers against the wall in case you need that. So again, squat, stand it up. Soft landing, stand it up. Another one of my favorites is keeping one foot on the step and coming into a split squat and standing it straight up, driving that knee up. The big trick here is to keep the weight on the front foot. When you step backwards, you're really just touching that foot back rather than shifting weight backwards. You don't want to do that. So all the weight stays on the front foot. We just touch and come up. And you can do this slow. As you start to get more fit, you can do a little bit faster. But again, very low impact and will really get your heart rate going. One of my other favorite ones on here is not necessarily stepping, but you can put your rear foot on your step, always looking for some nice 90-degree angles with your knees. And this is great for hip flexor range of motion, also very safe for your back, partly because we've got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It keeps our pelvis in a nice neutral position. Again, really good for hip flexor range of motion here. Once again, you're keeping most of the weight on the front foot. You don't have to add that overhead press, but I kind of like it. Anyway, those are a couple of my favorite step exercises. There's a lot of other things you can do with your step though. Of course, things like push-ups, giving yourself a little bit of elevation, but always wanting to be really mindful, keeping your shoulders right over your hands. Another one that I love that actually is really low impact and can get your heart rate going quite a bit, we can utilize the step horizontally, or we can take it vertical. Now, if your feet don't slide on your floor like mine do, you could grab some paper plates or some washcloths, and you could come into a plank position, and you can do a slide mountain climber. There's no bouncing. They guarantee 20 or 30 seconds, and you'll really feel that. If that's a little bit more challenging than you'd like, Bringing your knees out to the side can actually be a helpful modification if you're not comfortable bringing your knees under your body. So again, those are a couple of my favorite lower impact exercises you can do with this step to really incorporate into an interval workout to get your heart rate up, keep your back nice and safe. So, of course, anytime you are going to stand up, I'm always a fan of coming into a split squat position and making sure you stand up in a way that's not going to strain your lower back.